Women's football is being hit with a tsunami of anterior cruciate knee ligament (ACL) injuries, experts have warned. And players are scared and worried about the risk of the serious injury, according to Birmingham City's Siobhan Wilson. She was left on crutches after a tackle during a match against Southampton in April. Lioness captain Leah Williamson also ruptured her ACL the same month, along with Arsenal teammate and Netherlands national team player Vivianne Miedema. Defender Wilson, 29, said it was no coincidence, there were so many in such a short space of time, adding, "Every female player probably does have a worry." Speaking to the BBC's Sports Desk podcast, Wilson added, "People are finally switching on that this is serious. When you get an injury and it prevents you from doing the one thing you know, you feel like you lose your identity a little bit." ACL injuries happen when there is a tear or sprain of the ligament which connects the thigh bone to the shin bone, and the list of high-profile female footballers affected is long. Arsenal forward and Lioness Beth Mead joined Williamson in missing the World Cup after damaging her cruciate ligament, and Real Madrid and Scotland midfielder Caroline Weir ruptured her ACL during a match against Belgium on Tuesday. Her national team mate and Manchester United midfielder Emma Watson also tore her ACL playing for Scotland just weeks earlier. The number of injuries at elite level is just the tip of the iceberg, according to the British Orthopaedic Association, which has seen a rapid increase in the number of younger, amateur athletes sustaining ACL injuries, with the biggest rise seen in teenage girls. Women are up to 6 times more likely to get an ACL injury compared to men, it says. This is partly anatomical, physiotherapist Tom Bradley, owner of Warrior Sports Rehab and Comeback Club in London, said. He told the Daily Express, "The ACL controls the rotation between the shin and thigh. Women have relatively wider hips than men and their knees tend to be on the inside of their hips, so there is already an element of rotation. So there's a higher propensity for that ligament to come under stress because of the anatomical shape of a woman's leg. Added with the force that goes into the knee with kicking, you have a perfect storm for pressure going through the ACL. But this knowledge has been around for years and professional sports teams have injury prevention strategies. I don't think this is happening because of neglect. It could be the schedule. If a player's fatigued, they may not have the same muscular strength to support themselves, and that could be the reason why they are going. Changes in a woman's hormones can also affect strength and stability in muscle. Many of the top tier of women's football have gone from the Euros to the domestic season and then the World Cup, with critics saying FIFA and UEFA needs to step in to allow enough recovery time. Speaking as the Women's Super League began yesterday *Sun*, Mr. Bradley says most professional athletes are out for 12 months after having ACL surgery, adding, "That has a huge impact on your career. If you are coming to the end of your contract, you don't know if you are going to get another one. And for recreational sport, a lot of people don't get back to where they were before, which has a massive impact on fitness and quality of lifestyle. Mentally, it's incredibly tough." Surgeon Nev Davies described the number of ACL injuries as a tsunami. Former Arsenal striker Jodie Taylor more research was needed into what she called a scary issue causing more ACL injuries in football now than there ever has been. Speaking in May, she said, "I do think menstrual cycles are a huge part of it. I think it's load management, it's the amount of games that we're playing, and it all ties together." Women's performance expert Dr. Emma Ross said, "Modifiable factors needed to be addressed, such as designing football boots for women's feet, having the same standard of playing surfaces and facilities as men, and working on conditioning as well as the sporting calendar so it gives enough time for recovery." She said, "We assume that if you're in a women's team attached to a big club, they will get access to all of the things that the men's team get access to. That often isn't the case.